The past few weeks, we have been relentlessly renovating this run-down vintage Airstream trailer in an attempt to transform it into our modern tiny home on wheels. At this point in the build, we had multiple projects on the go at once. We had just finished constructing our kitchen cabinets, and we're now painting them with varathane to prevent future mold and mildew. This episode, we design our bed and closet area, and James has a lesson in learning how to scribe in order to make our Airstream's classic curved walls.
We like curves.
While Allison's outside painting, I've been working on the bed area back here. Check it out. We're building a wall to run here, across the back, and down here. And it's going to store these 4 totes underneath the bed area. And the walls are going to act as the frame and the legs for the bed. The bed's going to extend from the edge of the totes right along here, all the way out to the wall over the other side here. This area, we're going to keep skis and everything in it. It's going to be accessible from the outside of the hatch right over here. And then also, we're going to leave the frame open so that we can pass the skis through from the inside or anything else. This area at the back, that's going to be my workshop and tool shop. It's going to only be accessible through this outer hatch. And then in the corner here, this is going to be where our breaker box and all the electrical is run and wired in, which should be really awesome.
Well, after 3 long hours, I think I'm finally finished painting these cabinets. I'm gonna leave the cabinets out here to dry for a little bit, and then I can flip them over and paint the underside. I know James has been working hard inside. I'm gonna head on in and see what he's up to. What you doing?
Trying to scribe this piece of plywood to fit the curve of the trailer. We're about 15 scribe marks in, and I'm almost at the wall.
Oh, well that's really good. It's your first time ever doing this. Do you need a hand?
Trying to get a bit of plywood cut to the exact radius, and it's just a really long process of scribing a mark, cutting it off, and then checking the fit, and then scribing the next mark, and we slowly inch our way closer and closer to the wall.
Yeah, that's gonna be tedious, hey?
Yeah, we only got about 2 inches left to go this way. We just finished scribing up the wall inside. It came out okay. You know, honestly, I wasn't that thrilled with it, but I think with a cornice or 2, we should be able to get it looking all right at the end of the day, I think.
It was a 2-man job, so we didn't really get to film much of that, but we still have 3 more walls to go, so yes. We'll just film those ones.
Stay tuned for the excitement.
James is gonna cut some wood. I'm actually gonna run to the store and get some stuff for dinner. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan. Good morning. Allison's headed home. She's gone back to work for the day. It sucks, not gonna lie. Work goes a lot quicker when she's here. And honestly, it's just funner when she's here. So it's gonna be a lonely day. First job on the list today is to move the furniture back inside the house. After that, we're gonna scribe the bathroom walls. We're gonna start with this exterior wall. We're gonna scribe this face, and then we will scribe the inside face of this wall. We need to frame out the back side of the closet. There's another wall that's going to sit in the back there, which I need to frame. And then we'll start working on the bed frame and the shower pan if we get time. So that's it. Let's do it. Let's head inside and we'll get painting. So I've just finished making a couple of little extra tools here. I cut a little piece of wood at 1/8 to make a little 1/8 pencil, a little 1/4 inch pencil, and then also a 1/2 inch pencil. What I'm hoping is that as I'm scribing my lines today, I'm going to be able to get a lot more accuracy with my line distance. And hopefully that'll get us a better scribe and a better cut for our walls. Let's see how we do it. Scribing. Process of perfectly transferring odd shapes and wavy walls to your workpiece to create a perfect fit every time. We looked at a few different ways to fit the walls to the curve of the Airstream, the simplest being to use a template. We looked for some CAD drawings of Airstreams, but were unable to find a good drawing for a 1968 Overlander. We had also kept some of the original walls to use as template, but the Airstream is curved in all 3 dimensions, and we didn't have a pre-existing wall for where we were constructing our wet bar. This left us with the age-old carpenter's standard, scribing. A theoretically simple process, which turned out to be very, very tedious. Simply put, you take a pencil, and you create a spacer, a block of wood, a washer, anything that is slightly wider than the widest gap between your working edge and the surface that you are scribing to. You then trace a line onto your workpiece and remove the excess material below that line. You check the fit, scribe again, and repeat until your wall exactly matches the radius of your Airstream. I think that could be it. That could possibly be the last scribe. I got a full line from the top all the way down to the bottom. Fingers crossed when we cut this it'll fit. Let's see if it fits. Pretty close. When you think you're done, there's always one more scribe. Always one or two. Sometimes 3, and there's often a 4th. That's what I'm beginning to learn in this project. Almost. So I think I've got the scribe line pretty close. I'll grab the 3/4 inch plywood that I'm going to skin this wall with, trace out a template, and fingers crossed, well, who knows at this point. Come on, that's pretty bloody good. Can't be complaining about that for the first cut. I think it might be the final cut. Damn. Check it out. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'll give it a quick sand and then we'll get it tacked in place. now that that wall is up, let's get started on framing this wall down the back. Sharing this process with you has been really awesome. We love chatting with you in the comments and really appreciate all your thoughtful and kind words. Thank you for being here and for all of your support. If you're enjoying the episodes each week, don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. It really helps us out. See you all during next week's struggle when winter finally shows up here in Canada and we continue to build our cabinetry outside in the bloody cold. Till then, cheers.